welcome to another stream. How about that? How about that? Bet you didn't expect that shit to happen. Sorry. Hello, Yatanasov, Mr. Botka, Out9, Aiguduk, Coppercasted, Shigiman, Sasalala, Coppercasted, FGZ, Out9, hello, Yatanasov, welcome. Really glad to see you all. Today is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. That means today, according to this skidoodle, we are doing what? We are developing a virtual machine in C, that's right! Never ending cycle! Yes, that's exactly what it is. Hello. So yeah, yesterday we were working on what? I don't remember, we were doing some shit. I guess we were parsing, we're introducing more parsing into the system, so now we are capable of parsing function calls in our translation language, and we can even get the sizes of the strings at compile time. That's incredible in my opinion. So today, I don't really know what I want to do today. I kind of want to work on the more sophisticated features. But then I'm realizing like I'm actually like really far away in terms of features. And none of that shit is documented. Time to fix no build. Is it broken? If it's broken, well, I mean, it's broken in all the places. So yeah. Check issues. Did you submit something for the no build? Okay, let's take a look. Doesn't work on my machine. Compilation warning on Clang. I'm pretty sure I fixed it, or didn't I? Oh shit! Yeah, I remember this one. Present when compiling directly from no build repo, it doesn't report anything. Could this be a bug with a version of no build that is in the tree? Yeah. So it could be that. So I know about this thing. It's usually not reported by GCC. I think I can quickly. I think I can quickly fix that right now. So yeah. So I'm gonna quickly. I'm gonna directly fix it from BM in here. Oh, and I also have a pull request. So I actually started to like document things up and clean things up. So right before the stream I submitted a pull request that I wanted to merge and shit. So let me quickly do that. So it's just a quick cleanup. Yes, a quick cleanup, and yes. So let me take a look. So I'm gonna go to the master. Fetch the latest changes. Hopefully. Okay. Origin master, and let me see. So I'm gonna start by creating a separate branch specifically for that. 193, and I'm pretty sure I should be able to reproduce that by compiling no build with WAll and WExtra, because it will reveal all of these warnings that I didn't notice because I was not compiling with that specifically in mind. So yeah, we have no build C. Alright, that's very interesting. So it was a good idea to actually compile it like that. So I'm gonna fix a bunch of errors now, which is nice. So this is a size field. Think expected that. Okay, so that means I have to convert this entire thing to an integer before I can do anything in here. I'm gonna convert that to an integer, and control flow reaches. Aha. Remove extension. How did it even work before then? Okay, so it never actually complained about anything. Alright. What about Clang? If I use it with Clang... Okay, so Clang finally complains about that. Cool. So, now I'm gonna fix that. And I think that should be alright. because it's fixed in the no build, like the next version of no build, but it's not released yet because it's not finished. So I'm gonna just basically backport that fix. All right. Fix no build warnings on Clang and GCC, and we're gonna push that right into the repo, and we'll see. Dirty patches, I mean, it's not dirty patches, it's backporting. Or is dirty patches like a industry term that I'm not aware of? Or is it like a dirty hacks? I don't know. Hello, Aaron Kurnes. Oh, okay. Let's see. So let's see if it passes. Okay, so what I was thinking. We need to properly document a lot of things in virtual machine because we have a lot of things. And yeah, I could just do that in Markdown, but it would be kind of cool to have like generated versions of the documentation. So, and I was thinking that maybe the time has come for me to finally try read the docs website. A lot of projects use this website, but to be fair, I never tried it myself. So I just want to see how it goes, and yeah, so maybe this is exactly what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna try to set it up for BM, and I'm gonna just write a bunch of documentation and see how it renders and stuff, and that would be cool. The thing I don't like about using Markdown for documentation is that I need to refer to sections of the documentation sometimes, right? And I usually do that like this, right? So here is the section. And essentially it will refer to this section. To get the idea of the section, what you need to do, you need to take the title, basically bring all of the case down and replace all of the spaces with dashes, and this is how you get the ID that you can refer to. But that means if you change the title, you will have to change all of these IDs everywhere, which is not particularly convenient. I wish if you could associate some sort of an ID, like this, so it would not affect any of the references, like in LaTeX, you know? Like in LaTeX. In LaTeX, I'm pretty sure you can associate different IDs with different sections, you can associate IDs with the figures, and so on and so forth, and just refer to them, and yeah, that would be cool. I think that's so hard. Good luck. What exactly is hard? Gotcha, Hyper. So, alright. By the way, hello everyone who just joined. Okay, so we're waiting for everything. Yesu, yesu, yesu. Kawaii desu. Alright, so I'm gonna leave a comment. Surprisingly, when okay, so I already looked into that. Tried to address that in here. Please check out the latest version and close the issue if the problem is fixed for you. Thank you for reporting that. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. So let's continue. I don't know, that's looking hard. I don't even do anything and it's already looking hard. Hello Gilder, welcome to the stream. Cheers. What's up, Jiang? Welcome. Really glad to see you. Who is hard? Me. Me is hard. At least so people say. Alright. So I want to try to use this read the docs thingy. I'm gonna actually sign up for it. Hopefully I will be able to sign up with GitHub account. So I need to... Alright, so I need to allow the website to set webhooks and shit. I guess I will allow it. So I'm also gonna grant the organization access to the Zozin organization. Oh shit. That requires a password. Now what? Look at my face for a couple of minutes, okay? Just a second. And I'm gonna authorize everything. Okay. You're about to use Git. Okay. I guess I signed up. I think it's a success. I think it's a success. Ready to share your documentation, Alexei. Who's Alexei? I never heard him. Not MD book. I don't know what is MD book, and why can't I host things on sodium.org using the read the docs? Because I'm pretty sure I saw read the docs on custom domains, so it should be possible. I think. We'll see. Ready to share your documentation, Alexei. Okay, so import the project. So your primary email address is not verified. Please verify it here. I'm not even logged into my primary. Holy shit! Just fucking let me do the thing. God fucking damn it! I only logged into my email on my mobile phone. How am I supposed to? Can I actually have an idea? I have a pretty epic idea. What if I click on the link on the... Where is it? I'm desperately trying to find the email. Come on, man. Fucking Gmail. Put it in the wrong folder yet again. I wonder if I open it from my mobile, will it count as verifying this shit? Hopefully. Okay, so they said that I successfully verified. Okay, bye-bye, Outline. It still says that it's... Holy shit, this is so bad. And I wonder if it means that I cannot import shit because of that, and... Alright, let's synchronize. I already hate it. I already fucking hate it. They already don't respect their users and make it difficult to set everything up. I already don't fucking like it. So first impression is very important, by the way. First impression. Okay, so where is Tsoding BM? Here is Tsoding BM, and what do we have? So repository Git default master edit advanced project options. Okay, so I'm setting it up. Invalid project name. A project already exists. Alright, you keep losing points. Read the docs, you keep losing points. Holy shit, this is so bad. Is it, do I have to just... So is it already added? So it automatically adds them or not? I don't understand, this is so unclear. You can import purge manually. In the instance, import repositories were shown public process for product. Okay, cool, nice. All right. So, and I cannot literally do import project start by entering few details about the you can set. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it already exists in the read the docs global namespace? Is that what it is? Okay, BM your mom. If I'm gonna create it like BM your mom, right, what's gonna happen? Alright, so we have a BM your mom. Your documentation is built. And how can I view that documentation? Alright, so... whoop hooks worked. Alright. So verify it here. Well, I mean, I will verify it, but later. So how can I view documentation, though? Okay, latest. Alright, so it's probably building something, whatever. I just want to be able to view it somehow. Okay, so I guess we have to wait until it's built it. Okay, build complete. View docs, finally. Oh, I see. Holy shit. Essentially, the reason why it couldn't create that because they don't have a namespace separation, so they don't have the owner and the project separation. They just have a global namespace for everyone to take because they need to put that in a domain. Why don't you just do the thing like GitHub does? Like why do you have to put that in a domain? Like why is this so crucial? Dude, come on, just do it like that. Sodding BM. This is exactly why GitHub does this, so GitHub doesn't have this kind of problems, right? Holy shit, this is so bad. My first impression on this website is actually really fucking bad. Like, so many bad decisions. Alright, so so that means BM is already taken by somebody, right? Welcome to BM's documentation. What is a BM? So somebody took our BM. We need to actually, you know, DMCA them. We need to DMCA them. Made with disgusting. I mean, I have nothing against Python, but I mean, just joke. Alright, so now I'm more or less understanding how it works. This is an auto-generated index file. Please create an index RST or a readme RST file with your own content under the root or docs. But do I really have to do RST? Like, I don't really like RST. Can I use something else? So, admin. Language. Advanced static edit domain redirect sub. Yeah, there you go. So domains. So that means I can do the thing. Empty book. What's empty book? I don't understand. Okay, read the docs markdown. Using Markdown with strings, okay. Well, I mean, how can I make you... Okay, people are talking about MD book. So what is MD book? Or whatever. Create book from Markdown files. Wait, is that a separate tool? Is that a separate tool that I have to install, generate, and then deploy myself? Really? You're suggesting me to do shit myself? Is that what you're suggesting, chat? I want a website that just, you know, does it for me. Like, this is exactly the reason why I want to use the read docs. Like, really? Do I have to do it myself? Disgusting. What is this? 2010? Oh, come on. Advanced settings. Documentation type HTML. I hate it. I really hate it. I'm not using it. It's just so annoying already. Holy shit. The first experience is just the worst, and I just really don't want to use it. Overcomplicated something. It's also a lot of bad decisions and unintuitive. Fuck that. Fuck that. Okay, I'm gonna try to learn about this thing a little bit later. This kind of shit just annoys the crap out of me. Because you can end up just spending like hours doing nothing and holy fuck. And I'm not getting paid for that at the end of the month, by the way. So I cannot afford myself to do like absolutely useless shit for a couple of weeks because I'm not gonna get paid for that. So yeah. Let's make a cup of tea. Does anyone have any questions maybe while making a cup of tea? They're new to the stream. What's happening? Welcome to the stream, I suppose. We're doing software development. You are on the science and technology section, and we usually do software development here. I remember years ago software that generate documentation based on the on commentaries, on comments, I mean. Don't remember the name. Java docs, yes, exactly. Doxygen, but that's not what I need. I don't need documentation based on the comments in the code. I need documentation for the project. I'm not writing that kind of documentation. I'm writing different kind of documentation. Read the docs is annoying as fuck as far as I can tell, but it might be the only options that we have because it automatically deploys the things somewhere. MDBook, if MDBook is just a standalone tool that doesn't do deployment for me, I'm not interested at all, completely, have zero interest. What else do we have? I don't think we have anything else. It's probably less effort to just make a couple of MDs and throw them in a folder in use GitHub pages. Exactly, so this is probably what we're gonna do. This is probably what we're gonna do. And by the way, in GitHub pages you do have separations by owner and the project, so you can always use the name that you intend to use, right? And it's not like you have to fight for the name. This is the stupidest idea I've ever seen. And the idea of using like domains is also not really safe, because what if you want to do what if you want to read specific documentation over a secure connection, but you still leak DNS queries, right? So basically you leak to your ISP what projects documentations you're reading about, but what if you're reading documentation about the projects that is actually banned in your country for some legal reasons, because it's some sort of like a mechanism of bypassing the internet filtering in your country? You see what I mean? You see what I fucking mean? So yeah, a lot of actually websites trying to move away from this like user in the domain or project in the domain idea, because it kind of like leaks all of this shit, so maybe let's not do that. What kind of tea do I drink? I'm drinking just a regular tea. So yeah. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go to the kitchen, quickly turn on the kettle. And yeah. Nice. I found another piece of glass, by the way. Right. Welcome back. So let me go to the master and fetch the latest stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna have. So the things I want to document, we probably want to document the bytecode. Right, we're gonna have a bytecode MD, so bytecode of the virtual machine to be done. Then we're gonna have assembly, right, assembly. Do we have anything else? Probably also the debugger. Yeah, debugger MD. Debugger. Bytecode.org. To be fair, org mode, I'm not sure if org mode actually solves any of my problems that I have in Markdown. If it doesn't, there's no point for me to use it, to be fair. And also, I don't really like the fact that to render org mode, you need Emacs. I think this is the dumbest thing ever. Although maybe pandoc can work with org. Pancdoc. So it can work with the org mode. But does it work it... Okay, it's too much to research. I don't know if it works properly there. So we have assembly, bytecode, debugger. Do we have anything else to document there? Not quite sure. So this is like three main things that needs to be documented, right? Assembly, bytecode, and a debugger. So yeah. Yeah, so my main problem with Markdown is that I cannot have IDs of the titles, so I can just cross-reference the titles. So let me actually see if I can do that in org mode. Org mode, ID of the header, link. Can I do that? Link to ID doesn't work. Okay, heading links to the org.rel file. I don't know the answer. So if you want to be able to change the heading, okay. So as far as I know, we're going to have a test.org. Actually documenting my project. I want to change the title. Alright, so you usually have a header like this, hello world, and I don't remember how to add an ID to a head. Okay, org mode, header properties. I think it's actually called properties, or maybe let's call it custom ID. Custom ID. So header IDs. So you can have header IDs. Custom, yeah, so here's, yes, this is how we do that. Custom ID, so this is how we add them. I can also probably add a space in there. Oh my god. Alright, so, header, so H, hello, world. Cool. So the question is now, if how can I refer to this specific custom ID? That's a good question. So they say that I can do that by doing something like that. Right, my custom, oh my god, it's uncopyable. Alright, so my custom ID, link to hello world, description hello world, and if I click here, it jumps there. Okay, so that means I can have IDs, and that will work correctly, right? I can have IDs there. All right. That's pretty poog. If I try to render that, I wonder. Yeah, let's actually commit everything. Add docs folder. I'm gonna push that right into the repo and let me see what's gonna happen. It's taking some time. It's gonna be taking some time. Let's take a look at test.org. And it's not clickable. Who suggested org mod? Copy or paste it. Cool. GitHub is incapable of rendering it. Thank you very much. And people throw in these suggestions without considering cost and context and without doing any fucking research. Just use that because and I'm the one who has to pay all of this fucking cost. Holy shit! Why am I even listening to people? Okay, there we go. So it's gone. Remove sorting. It's like not test, not docs. Test org. All right. So here's the docs, and we're gonna have an assembly. All right. So what we want to document? General structure of the assembly, right? So overview of the assembly, then instructions. So we need to document all of the instructions. We have a lot of instructions in there, right? A lot of instructions. Translation directives. Is anything else required? I actually doubt that. So I also want to kind of say something about entry point, but I'm not sure if I can mention the entry point in overview, right? In overview or in translation directives. So it's kind of. So entry point is actually kind of unclear in this particular situation. I'm not really sure if I want to document that. So for assembly specifically, for the bytecode, we probably want to document different sections and whatnot, but I'm not sure. So maybe I'm gonna focus on assembly right now. Maybe I'm gonna focus on assembly specifically right now, and yeah. Okay, so let's create a separate branch maybe for what we're doing here. Documentation, right, so split assembly in sections. Okay, so what is the overview of the assembly? Maybe I'm gonna write some sort of an introduction, right? So the BM comes with its own flavor of assembly. It allows you, enables you to program. I don't know, I'm really bad at writing these like lyrical introductions and shit. Because like I don't know, whatever. Like I like to write like very specific things. So I'm gonna just write an overview. A hello world in okay, so maybe I'm gonna write something. BM comes with its own flavor of assembly that we call bosom. This document describes the syntax and semantics of this language. Right. A hello world. Maybe we can also refer to what is hello world just in case. Hello surfing coder, welcome to the stream. Hello world program. In bosom would look like this. Right, so this is how you write a hello world program. So you start by creating, maybe by defining the hello string. So it's going to be hello world. Right, here's hello world. Then you push hello, then push the length of hello, right, and then you call native right, and then you halt, and then you mark main as the entry point. Right, so this is the basic program, so the simplest even program that you can even write. Yeah, so you can define a string, then you define a sequence of instructions for the virtual machine, you push at the address of that string to the stack, then you push the length of the string that you want to bring to the stack, and then you call like a native write function, which is similar to Linux write syscall, right? Which also accepts the beginning of the buffer and the size of the buffer, and then you hold the machine, right? Then you essentially hold the machine. So I think it's a pretty good example. All right. So is it traditional? Maybe it's not particularly traditional, but let's actually put exclamation mark in here. And it would be kind of cool if it would also highlight this entire stuff. And I heard that you can do that with GitHub. You can provide custom highlighting for your languages in your specific projects. But yeah. So, and now once we demonstrated, right, the basic hello world program in that language, we can describe the main parts of the program. Right? So looks cool. So the first thing that we see is that so the translation of the program occurs line by line, right? Line by line. So we translate our assembly line by line. Okay, so maybe I also want to actually add the comment. Push address of the hello string onto the stack, push the size of the hello string onto the stack. Oof. So yeah, okay. So I'm not even sure if it's going to be aligned properly, so I need to Markdown mode is always goddamn broken for me. Why is it always broken? No matter what I try to fix it, it's always goddamn broken. Maybe I should stop using it? Like, I feel like I should stop just using it. I just cannot align things properly. Like, I just don't wanna use it. I don't wanna use it. Fuck that. Okay. So push the size call the native write function to call the native write function. Hold the virtual machine. So this is what we have. So in here we have declare main label as the entry point. All right, so we can also put something like this. Define create a new label called main. Declare label main as the entry point of the program. Cool. So maybe it also makes sense to explain what the hell is this thing. Define a new string. Okay, it's kind of difficult how to explain that. So here we are defining a new string, and it places that string into the memory. Maybe this is exactly what they have to say. And I also kind of want to split it like that. So define add a hello world string to the memory of the virtual machine, right? Of the virtual machine, and create a new binding hello that stores the address to the beginning of that string in memory. We're documenting the project, so yeah, so here's the project. We're developing a virtual machine in C, and what I'm doing here, I'm just documenting different aspects of that virtual machine. So specifically right now I'm documenting the assembly. So yeah, does that make sense? Here is an interesting thing. Assembly.md, is that a new requirement? Those Rust folks are going crazy. Rust? How does it have anything to do with Rust? I'm sorry, Annabeth. I don't understand you. So add a hello world string to the memory of the virtual machine and create a new binding hello that stores the address to the beginning of that string in memory, right? And then we create the rest of these things. So maybe it will probably make sense to capitalize that. It's a joke about architecture. I'm sorry, like I'm over that joke already, so I completely forgot about it. No, I'm just creating documentation for the project, right? So I'm just documenting everything, because I have a lot of things in the project and none of them are documented properly, so people have to sort of discover all of that. And it would be better if there was like, here's document on the assembly of the language, and as we modify the assembly, I'm gonna modify the document as well. Right. All right, the translation of the program occurs line by line. Empty lines are ignored. Empty lines are ignored. Everything after symbol dot up until the end of the line is ignored. Up until the time is ignored. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna actually make like a bullet points, right? Empty lines are ignored. Everything after symbol is ignored. Lines. Lines that any leading white spaces in the lines are ignored. The lines that start with this are translation directives. Right, they are translation directives, and they will be documented in the corresponding section in here. So we have a specific section, translation directives. There we go. So symbol what? Ah, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. Symbol. Thank you so much. So now I wanted to talk about the instructions, right? So any other line is interpreted as an instruction, right? One instruction per line. The specific instructions are documented in the instructions section. Go. In the instructions section. The instructions have the following form. Optional label, instruction operand. But then you also have this form, right? Right. So how do I document that? Right. So the instructions have the following form: optional label, instruction operand. Sorry, Mon, hello, welcome to the stream. We're documenting the assembly of the virtual machine. Instructions have the following form. Okay. Oh, we also need to have a section about the labels, because labels are kind of special in a way. Labels are kind of special in a way. Chill, nice. Chill is good. So we're doing a chill documentation stream as well. Yeah, so essentially we need to document that each individual line, apart from ignored stuff and whatnot, can be these three forms. It could be just a label, right? It could be just a label. It could be then label plus instruction and an operand. Instruction and an operand, or it could be like this. Yeah. Any other lines is to put it as an instruction, one instruction per line. Specific instructions for more information on how labels work. Read the labels section. The labels section. I'm not sure if I want to document it right now, but yeah, this could be that. So let's actually commit whatever we have here. So it's kind of difficult to see, but maybe. Okay, document an overview of the assembly language. So the overview of the assembly language, and let's push that and see how it goes. Can't you just have only instruction? Ah, yeah, you also can have just an instruction. Yeah, so like I'm just thinking how you can properly document that instruction. You can probably document that by indicating something like label instruction operand. Yeah, something like this, essentially. Label instruction. And all of these things could be optional, actually. No, except, okay, yeah, it has to be like this. Yeah, there we go. So this part and this part can be optional, but once you have this part, you must have an instruction, but you may not have an operand. So this is basically the syntax. I think that's the best syntax we can come up with. So assembly, let me take a look. And didn't I push everything? Or I'm in a different branch. Yeah, I'm in a different branch. I have to actually switch to the documentation branch, and let's go. Assembly. Maybe just put like a grammar definition. What do you think I'm fucking doing? All right. Cool. So this is how it looks like. It's completely unhighlighted. Yeah, it's completely unhighlighted, and I don't really like that. I wish I could make it highlight somehow. All right, so any other line is interpreted as an instruction. Any other has the following syntax. Right. The specific instructions are documented in here. For more information on how labels work, look here. And I guess that's pretty much it. That's the whole overview of the assembly, like it's the simplest overview. Right, the simplest overview. And I guess I'm gonna just call it committed properly. So document instruction syntax properly. I'm gonna push that right into the repo. I'm kind of curious about the custom highlighting. So let me actually see GitHub custom highlighting. Custom highlighting. So we can have a custom Markdown syntax highlighting within like locally or something. Yeah, the challenge problem. Okay, but how do you do that? I forgot. I know that it's possible, but I keep forgetting how to do that. Custom syntax highlighting. So, and I'm really sad that Google doesn't just show me that. It is a thing, but I forgot how to do that. Is that what it is? Define your own syntax for highlight code blocks. No. GitHub Markdown custom syntax. Custom syntax highlighting. Okay, creating and highlighting code blocks. Okay, that's cool. Syntax highlighting, you can do that. Basic writing and formatting syntax. No. Custom syntax for code blocks. Why is it so difficult to find? Like, I remember there was a thing. Okay, so how this works is that the way there's a list of recognized languages for the fenced. Okay, see here. Okay. Is it not documented at all? Ah, why is it so annoying? Is that what it is? Wait, is that what it is? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Ooh. GitHub Markdown code. I fucking hate it. Am I that dumb? Extended. Okay, extended syntax. Custom code syntax highlighting. I think someone created an issue for that to go. No, I saw that. I actually saw that feature being used somewhere, but it's just so difficult to find. It is a thing, I'm pretty sure. Or is it only for local thing? Okay, I'm gonna just assume it. Whatever. I don't care. Like, it's so annoying. Like, you want to do something and just. Specific instructions are documented in the instructions section. All right. So here's an overview. It's actually syntax overview. We also should have a semantic overview. So this is a syntax overview, and then we're gonna have a semantic overview. Maybe just syntax and then semantic. And in semantic, we wanna actually talk about different kind of things. Semantic TBD. Okay, so here's the labels, and we can have maybe specific instructions. Oh, and there's also a lot of shit needs to be documented, like differences between like int and for. And to start, oh, it's actually a lot. I'm not sure if I'll be able to document all of that. What's the feature? I don't want to talk about it. Sorry. I'm too disappointed to talk about it. Okay, so instructions. I am going to go to here, and I need to actually split them into like separate sections and whatnot, like group them by their functionality in a way. So let me quickly do that. Let me quickly do that. And I'm gonna just clearly replace. Can I just like remove all of them like simultaneously? That would be kind of cool if I could. So query replace case, this entire thing and colon, and just replace it with nothing. And it didn't work because we have to do it like that. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. But now I still have to remove these new lines, which is not particularly great in my opinion. So how can I do that? Can I do something like this and then say remove that? And it didn't work. Like how? There's no way for me to quickly remove all of this shit, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll have to suffer, I suppose. So another thing I can probably do is to query replace this thing like this. But I also need to capture what's inside of this entire stuff. Right, so yeah, there we go. So here are all of the instructions, and yeah, I can probably join everything into a single thing. So yeah, now I want to group them. I want to group them into like categories. So there is a NOP that doesn't do anything. So we also have push, then drop. Right, push pushes the frame on the onto the stack, and drop drops the frame. So then we have a plus. Oh, the dupe duplicates the thing. So a similar instruction, I think, in a way, is a swap. It also works with the stack. So these are sort of like a stack instructions. Right, we can document them like that. So this is a stack instruction, this is miscellaneous. And for the miscellaneous, I think we can put halt in here, right? Sort of like special instructions, like NOP and halt. So I don't know what kind of category they belong to, but they kind of belong to some sort of a category, right? So now we have instructions that do integer arithmetic, signed integer arithmetics, like this. So this is assigned integer arithmetics. Then we have unsigned integer arithmetics, and what's interesting is that unsigned integer arithmetic doesn't have a minus and plus, and the reason why it doesn't have that is because minus and plus, add and subtract, act the same on both signed and unsigned because of the 2's complement. So we assume 2's complement representation of the integers. Integer arithmetics, and maybe because of that we should probably remove this kind of thing, but I still want to indicate that they are integers, because for floats we're gonna have different kinds of operations in here, right? You know what I mean? So float arithmetics. So here's a float arithmetics. So then we have some sort of a control flow situation. So jump and jump if are kind of related to control flow. That's what they are. Control flow. So maybe I want to actually indent all of that a little bit. So maybe we're gonna have also subsections in here. So integers, integer arithmetics. So it's gonna be signed and unsigned arithmetic. All right. So we have integer comparison. So EQI, equal, greater than, lesser equal, LTE, NAE, and similarly these kind of things. So let's actually put them. So this is going to be comparison. Right, this is a comparison. Yes. So this is just a comparison, and I forgot nay. Right, so this is nay. Signed and unsigned. So this is signed and this is unsigned. And floating point also should be divided into arithmetics. Right, arithmetics and comparison. So, and this is basically what we're gonna have. Yeah, this is basically what we're gonna have. All right, return and call. Could we say that return and call are sort of control flow? I think they are. Yeah, so return and call are actually similar to jump, right? So return is actually literally jump, but jump takes the target from the operand and return takes the target from the stack. So that's why it is like that. That's very, very interesting. So, okay. So we also have pretty distinct groups in here. Conversion. So here are all of the conversions that you can have. All of the conversions. And also memory access. So you can have different memory access. So it's going to be memory, read, and write. So memory read and write. Like this. So we're reading the memory and then we need to write the memory. Right. Okay, so this is a memory, and we also have starting to have like bit operations, if you know what I mean. And we have logical AND. Well, it's not logical AND. B actually stands for bit. All right, so it's bit AND, and we have bit OR, and XOR, and Shift R and Shift L. And the reason why I have like B in here because I was planning to add logical AND and logical OR to distinguish from, you know, the bit AND and bit OR. So because of that, we need to have a section called logical, right? Logical operations. So this is going to be like a logical and bit-wise. So to logical, we're going to have not. So this is pretty much logical. For the bit ones, we're going to have AND B or B, XOR, Shift right, Shift left, and not B. Right. Not B, and we don't even have negation. And I'm not even sure if we need negation because you can always multiply by -1, but it's not necessarily the fastest way of doing that, right? So here are all of the instructions in all of their different categories, right? In all of their different categories. So yeah. So we can also have arithmetics signed, unsigned. So comparison could be also signed, unsigned. Yeah, and here are all of these instructions. So yeah, this is, by the way, the whole set of the supported instructions. So, and that kind of revealed that we don't have instructions for AND OR, which maybe, I don't know if they're really needed, to be fair. Are they really needed? Because you can pretty much use AND B and OR B, right? Because logical truth is essentially just non-zero value, right? And by doing like and not necessarily. Actually, sometimes ending two not zero values may end up having zero. So you do need to separate logical things. No, you probably meant something else because I have relative numbers, not absolute ones. 21. Okay, sure. Yeah. So here are all of our instructions. Holy shit, this is boring. I can see by the view count, people don't like me doing that. Maybe this is because I don't like to do that. Maybe. I kind of like to do that, but it's difficult for me to make this activity entertaining, so... Alright, so... Is EQ same as EQI? Probably. I think it's pretty much the same. This is not the final set of instruction. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, we really need to document everything, but I cannot stream documentation process because people don't want to watch that. And when people don't watch, I do not feel motivated doing anything. But if I don't document that, people won't be able to get into the project because nothing is documented, so it's actually... It's relative number of ways, and to this day I can't calculate the proper line numbers. Yeah. I mean, I cannot blame people for that. I mean, people watch whatever the fuck they want. It's just... It's kind of difficult to do a proper development on Twitch. That's what I'm saying. Because, yeah, sometimes you need to do the job. Sometimes what you just need to do, you just need to do, like, this kind of stuff. And it's goddamn fucking boring. And people don't like to watch that. Like, they want to watch, like, an epic Rust action, dab, 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 borrow, checker, ah! So this is what people want to watch. And I'm like, yeah, we need to document this shit. We need to document this shit. So, stack, integer, arithmetic, signed, unsigned, and it is what it is, I guess. I speak for the people. Yeah, I'm not talking about people who speak in chat. Okay, I'm not gonna even explain it, okay? So I explained it hundreds of times on the stream. So you're probably new in here and you probably never watch any of my streams, so... alright, so let me see. Okay, what do we have? So we have that. So let me split all of this thing by this entire stuff. Maybe I'm gonna use Markdown anyway, because sometimes it is convenient. Sometimes it is convenient, okay. Okay, so here's a push, drop, arithmetic, signed. And I just want to see how it looks like in the documentation. Just want to see how it looks like in the documentation. I should have started documenting everything as I started the development, because right now there's too many things to document. Why am I fucking doing that? Fucking reset. Let's implement the assert translation directive. By the way, as I start implementing the assert translation directive, I might as well document it in the... Yeah. So here's an idea. Yeah, so process of documenting everything right away is probably too tedious, and I'm kind of late on that anyway, so I should have actually started documenting it as I go with the development. So basically, I'm gonna add documentation as I touch different parts of the program, right? So I'm gonna be developing the program, and once I touch it, I'm also gonna write documentation for that. That way, maybe I will have content for people to watch, because nobody likes to watch documentation shit. So let's try to do that. Let's try to do that. Okay, so we need to add an assert translation directive. So what is an assert translation directive? So essentially, I think I even have an example somewhere. I think I have an example somewhere. So it's in hello world. Right, let's take a look at the hello world. Here it is. So essentially, I want to be able to do this following thing. I want to have an expression, right? I want to have an expression that can be evaluated at compile time, and if it evaluates to false, for example, the translation will stop with some sort of error message, right? With some sort of error message. So, and we can use this mechanism for checking different things, right? For example, for the boundaries, because here, for example, I'm using the memory of the string I allocated to put a new line in there, just to print the new line. So basically, I'm reusing this memory that I put in, into the virtual machine, and it's quite important for the length of the string to be greater than 0, otherwise I won't be able to do that. So basically, if I try to do something like that, essentially this will not compile because you don't have at least one character that I can replace and use instead of new line. And if I try to do that, I may actually corrupt memory of other parts of the program that allocated also this kind of memory. You see what I mean? Right, so, and yeah, we want to be able to do this kind of checks. But right now we don't have such directive, first of all, we don't have such directive. And second of all, we don't have a greater operator at all. So we need to introduce new operator into the system so we can compare things. Does that make sense? So it will be kind of cool also to have types of expressions, right? So basically this entire expression would have type boolean, and then we can say that you can only have expressions that evaluate to boolean in an assertion. But maybe for now, we're gonna basically return an integer, so we're gonna basically act like C. So 1 is gonna be a true and 0 is gonna be false. So that's gonna be the idea here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and implement the greater operator, right? So yeah. So yeah. Parsing math expressions. Whatever, I'm gonna keep the title as it is. It's kind of difficult to come up with a proper title, but hopefully everything I said makes sense, right? So if something doesn't make sense, feel free to just, you know, ask a question if you want, of course. So on the level of tokenization, tokenize, right? So we want to introduce a new kind of token, right? So the token specifically for that thing, so it's greater. So this is an expression, this is not a token kind. So let me find the token kind. There we go. Token kind greater, right? So it's going to be greater. And there we go. So if I try to compile this thing now, right? So it's going to be no build. Yeah, I'm going to just try to build this thing. It fails in all of the places. So case token kind gt, right? So then we can return something like greater. So this is what we expected here. So another one, another compilation shit. Tokens elements. Okay, so What is this? Parse primary expression. If you try to parse primary expression and it starts with GT, that's a straight up error. Token kind GT, right? Token kind GT. Do we have anything else? I think that is it. Okay, so we introduced a new tokenization thingy. Let me now try to do what? I want to be able to test all of that, so let me introduce main C, which defines BM implementation, right? Which defines BM implementation, and include src bm.h. Right, so this one is going to be like that. Int main. Right, so essentially what I want to do, I want to try to tokenize that expression that we're trying to implement in here. So I'm trying to tokenize this thing specifically, and this is going to be just a source code. Right, so this is going to be just a source code. Const char source. Right. So we need to introduce tokens, the container for the tokens, where we're going to push all of them. So it's going to be like this. So in BM, I remember we had tokenize. So let's actually introduce it here. So the source is going to be like this. SV from sister is going to be source. It's going to be source. And the file location. File location is also going to be fake. File location, it's also 0. There we go. Okay, so that should tokenize everything appropriately. Let's see how it's going to tokenize it. I'm going to iterate through all of the elements in here. Elements in here is going to be tokens, count ++ I, and then I'm going to just print the tokens that we managed to tokenize. And it's going to be something like token kind name. Token kind name is going to be tokens elements, like this, and hopefully that works. So now we need to compile all of this entire stuff, and when I'm building build toolchain, so when I'm building the toolchain, essentially I want to do the following thing. So I'm gonna just build C file, main.c to main. There we go. So that should work, but that will require rebuilding no build.c. And okay, so finally this thing seems to be working. Compatible type for argument token kind name. What did you expect? Expected token kind. Okay, so it expects the token kind. Sure. Cool, and now can I run this entire thing simultaneously just to see? Okay, a known token starts with this thing, and that means I did a fucky wacky. So tokenize, where is the tokenize function? I need to go to this thing. Tokenize, where is the tokenization? I didn't see. Oh, I never actually added it there. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So let's quickly add the token then. So it's going to be case greater break, right? Greater tokens. Might as well actually put something like that. Hello Admiral, welcome to the stream. Welcome. So it's gonna be greater, and there we go. Is it gonna compile and work now? Okay, so we managed to take this expression, and after the tokenization, we turn it into a sequence of name, open parent, name, closing parent, greater number, which is correct. Name, open parent, name, closing parent, greater number. So tokenization went great. So now we need to parse this shit. Did I remove the dump expression thing? Yeah, I think I removed dump expression. I think it was a kind of a dumb idea to dump it. Yeah, I'll need to re-implement it yet again, but yeah. Because it's kind of convenient to be able to just take an expression and dump it and see what's going on there, but yeah. Dump expression will accept the expression, and maybe we can also accept where it's going to be dumped, and all of that could be used for the debugging purposes, but a little bit later. Okay, so let me see. We're gonna go to the BM, and what we're gonna have. What we're gonna have. Oh, speaking of documentation, since I'm adding a new directive, right, I might as well actually just introduce something like assert, right, something like assert, and I'm gonna put a to-do in here so I don't forget to document it later, right. I think it's kind of important. Assert is not documented. So once we implement that, I'm going to document only that specific feature so I don't waste time doing anything else, right? Hopefully that will work. Alrighty. Parse expression from tokens, right? Actually from SV. I need to parse it from SV. So here's expression. We need an arena. So it's going to be like this. So this is going to be the source that I'm taking from here. Final allocation. Cool. We don't need that anymore. And now what I want to be able to do, I want to be able to just dump the expression. And I remember I actually implemented that before, but then I removed it. Thank you, Kolombetka, for the FAQ. Hello, Mertimir, welcome to the stream. Alright, so now I want to quickly implement this function yet again, expression kind. So let me see, it's going to be expression kind. Okay, it's going to be like this. I'm going to replace this thing with that. Seems good. And now, so here are different expressions. So how are we gonna actually do all of that? I'm thinking that when we're dumping an expression, I also wanna maintain the level at which we are, because we're gonna do that recursively, right? And that level could be used for appropriate padding and whatnot, if you know what I mean. So I think that would be kind of useful. So yeah, let's actually maintain the level. I think it's gonna be useful. So, and when you dump in an expression, you have to provide that level here. So yeah, we have to provide the std out, where exactly you're dumping, and the level of the padding. So yeah. So binding, yeah, and in terms of like padding, maybe it has to be integer. So this is how we're gonna pad everything. It's gonna be stream, and I'm pretty sure this is how we do that. It's gonna be level, and we're gonna multiply it by 2, so it's gonna be padded with two spaces, right? It's gonna be padded with 2 spaces. So then, what we need to print here? We need to print the following thing: fprintf stream binding as. It's actually not s, it's svfmt and then svarg, and I do expression value as binding, and that should work as far as I can tell. So after that we can put a break in here, and boom, I can reformat everything. I absolutely love this A-style thing, where I can like instantly reformat the whole file. I think it's way better than reformatting like specific things. And it's actually way faster than cmod, like because it's implemented in C++, right? It's in C++. It is literally faster to load up the whole file, reformat it, and paste it back. than implementing incremental parsing in Emacs Lisp. It's just like if you use native languages, right? Some dumb solutions are extremely fast. Yeah. So the closer to metal you use the language, the dumber solution you can pull off. I've said to use Clang format. How? Well, I mean, you can use Clang format, but that doesn't change any of my points that I said. So. All right. By the way, do you use Clang format for JavaScript? What kind of formats there are for JavaScript? I don't even know. Is there something like JS format or something? I don't know. Prettier. I see. So there is a format JS. Okay, so people talking about Prettier, but do you guys realize that it's fourth on the results? I mean, Oh shit! Facebook uses it. Holy fuck! I just mean I've said to use a proper format, doesn't actually matter what you use. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, so let's do this thing. Let me see if this entire thing compiles. Okay, dump, no previous prototype, we're gonna make it static. This mentions the Clang format because that's the one I showed on the nothings issue. Oh yeah, that's what you mean. You're referring to the previous one. Okay. Alright, maybe I'm gonna give Clang format a try at some point. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Alright. Okay, so here's the dump expression. F.F, so this is gonna be string literal. If a style works, don't change it. I'm not sure if it works yet, so I only recently introduced it. So, and this is like a small experiment that I want to try to conduct. So, as you can see, it's kind of flawed in a sense that it cannot work with curly braces in the macros. We already saw that, right? So it doesn't understand that ifs inside of this kind of thing should be formatted differently, and just keeps doing that. So there's at least that. So this is minus point for a style, but maybe there is more, I don't know. So this is not as critical as I would think. So I'm not even sure if a style is a good choice in here. So I'm just conducting an experiment to see. I don't really have any strong opinion on a style versus Clang format. That space, what space? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Okay, int literal. So, and it's gonna be array use 64. I don't know. People are talking about some sort of space. You know, the space, that one. That's what you're talking about, probably. A style would have prevented from that space. It's gone. Interesting. Amazing. So float literal. So this is going to be a float, and in this case I'm going to just do lf as lit float. Cool. So then we're gonna have a char literal. So it's gonna be a C. as lead char. Well, this is not C. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. So in a string literal, it's gonna be like this: string, and I probably could do something like that. So I probably also wanna do it like this. So svfmt, this one is a lead str, and might as well actually put it like this: svf so arg. Cool. So is it gonna compile? Binary op. Yes. Printf string binary op. I guess that's gonna be it, and we're gonna do dump binary op string expression value as binary op. Right, we're gonna dereference that, but we're gonna increase the level by 1 in that particular case. Yep. So then we're gonna have a fun call, and in here we're gonna have svfmt. Then it's gonna be svarg and expression fun call. Value as fun call. As fun call name. I think this is how it has to be. And what the hell is going on in the chat? Are you guys okay there? There's one person who's just spam chat with messages. What are you guys talking about? You guys spamming about Angular? Okay. Alright, so the next thing I want to do, dump fun call args. So it's gonna stream fun call args. It's gonna be level +1. Oh, it's 2 people with the same color name. Just ignore it. Sure. Ignore, by the way, is basically shadow ban. It's basically not gonna show any of your messages. Which I don't really want to do, because if people start posting some MongoDB shit, I won't be able to see that. So I need to moderate my channel. I'm just joking, of course. So feel free to rant about web development as much as you want. Just ban. No, I'm not gonna ban person for bashing on web development. Why would I do that? Alright. Let me see. I can ban them just for no reason. So I'm banning himself, yeah. So I don't need reason to ban people. Come on. I can just ban. Binary OP. Binary OP, and it's gonna be level. I've seen people have a notification on stream when they ban someone. Who are banning? I don't know. I'm too lazy to ban anybody today, I'm sorry. So it's gonna be that, and for the binary OP, we'll probably also have to specify the kind of the binary OP. So let me do something like this: binary OP kind name, and so this is essentially what I want to print in here, like a kind. And then we print the binary OP. They're banning me. No, they're banning me. No. And in the binary OP, what we need to do, we actually do it like that, so it's going to be printf. Oh, shoot. So if I have two of these things, I'll have to do it slightly differently. Oh, well. So, and then I say left, right, so this is going to be just left, a new line, and then we're going to have right. And then we do dump expression string, binary OP, left, level +1. And then we do the right thingy. Okay, so this is how we print the binary operation. So the next thing we need to do, we need to dump function call arguments. Okay, let's quickly do that. So it's going to be file stream, then fun call args. This is the level, and basically what we're doing here, while args not null, args next, and the next thing, so I just wanted to fprintf. Please ban me too, I feel left out. I mean, I don't really have to ban you. There is a banish command, and you can just ban yourself. Chat, go ban yourself. If you want to be banned, just go ban yourself. I mean, that's that easy. So it's going to be arg. And for the arg, we're going to just print the expressione. Do we have to do that? Yeah, I think we do have to do that. And then it's going to be just dump expression stream args value x value. Imagine not using Chejirina in 2021. Haha, haha. Cool. So let's try to compile this entire shit. It doesn't compile. Okay. Mod. Sorry. Static const char binary kind OP. And binary OP kind, and then I can switch upon the kind. And what kind of kinds do we have there? Let's find out. We both find out. So where's the break? Yeah, show me what you get. So it's a binary OP plus. Okay, so we're gonna have a binary OP plus. It's gonna be case, and then we're just gonna return like a plus thingy. So in the default situation, it's going to be something like assert false binary OP kind name unreachable. There we go. Cool. Would you look at that? Fun call arg binary. Yes. So essentially, this is what we managed to parse. Our original expression looked like this: hello, len hello. But it didn't parse this part. So that's essentially what happened. We can actually change this entire thing. And as you can see, it managed to parse a fun call with length A, B, and C. So yeah, that's kind of a trouble. It's kind of a problem because we tokenize everything, but we don't know how to parse this kind of thing. We can do something like this, and this will be parsed appropriately, by the way. So now we have a binary operation. Left operand is function call length ABC, and the right one is 0, exactly what we have here, right? But it doesn't support this kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool printer. What do you guys think? So you can just take an expression and dump it, and it just dumps it in a like, you know, pretty printed way, which is readable. You can clearly see the structure of the AST. So it just describes the AST. Not sure how useful it is for really big expressions, but for small expressions like that, I think it's kind of useful. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Chat is dead because everyone banned themselves, I suppose. That's what basically happened. All right, so yeah, let's actually move some of these functions into the source code because I think they're going to be useful. I really want to have a dump because I'm going to be using that quite a lot for testing. I'm in the meeting. Now that's my girl, seriously. Watching Twitch at your job. That's perfect. Yes. Because that's kind of shit I would do at office as well. Yes. Alright, so I want to pee. Just a second. Say. Yes. Because you know why? You're gonna get paid at the end of the month anyway. Yes. All right. That's the beauty of office job. All right, let's make a small break and you guys have fun. We need to take that to the next step. I need to find a job again and start streaming during the meetings. How about that? It's probably kind of dangerous because of the NDA and shit. But yeah. I mean, watching during this meeting, I mean, streaming during the meeting. Now, that's what we're talking about. That's the content I subscribed for. Alright. Let's continue. So let's move some of the shit to the main file. Sam Griffin streams during the meetings. Oh, he used the okay. Nice. Somebody actually done that. Find a job in open source project. I think you'll be able to stream meetings then. I guess. But what does it mean to find a job in an open source projects? You need to find a company that maintains the open source projects, but those companies are like FANG companies, you know, they're really difficult to get into. I don't know. Is he bald or shaved? I just have an invisible hair. That's the answer. I actually have a pretty long, beautiful hair. It's just invisible. So, all right. Hello, Redriadis. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Pepper hands. Well, yeah, Qt company is actually kind of, I don't know. How many owners Qt projects have changed over over its own lifespan? Like, it feels like it keeps changing, like, companies all over and over again. The companies just throwing the Qt to each other or something. It's just so funny. So at the beginning there was like a troll tech, right? So it was a troll tech. Then Nokia bought troll tech. Then after Nokia, what happened after Nokia? I know Nokia was bought by whom? But not the subdivision. It's so complicated, I don't remember. There was a DJ. Yeah, there was also a DJ, and oh my god, I don't even remember all of them. Like, it's just, yeah. Alrighty. I think Nokia was bought by Microsoft. But what's funny is that not the subdivision. It's only one specific subdivision of Nokia. Nokia is actually a bigger company. I think a subdivision that is responsible for the mobile phones was acquired by Microsoft, but not the subdivision that was developing Qt. So Qt does not belong to Microsoft because of that. So Nokia created mobile OS in Qt. Maybe that's why they used Qt. Maybe. And I'm pretty sure Nokia, like, there are still subdivisions of Nokia that are independent from Microsoft, as far as I know. It's like they didn't buy the whole Nokia. But yeah, anyway. So I need to find a binary OP kind. Here it is. What's up, G? Are you back? A two back? Champion of the channel. Alright. So we're gonna have a binary OP kind name. And where do I want to put that? I want to put it somewhere. Parse fun call args. Yesu, kawaii desu. Back to back champion of my bed. Nice. Are you watching me from your bed? Nice. I wish I could stream from my bed. But it's kind of like, I was thinking, how would I program while lying in the bed? And I tried that actually. It's kind of difficult, not gonna lie. So yeah, do it. Well, maybe when I get banned on Twitch and I will be forced to switch to Chatterbait, I'll think about setting up the the programming setup in my bed. Yes. Anyways, but until then, I'm gonna just use my current setup. Just say what you want to type in chat, will type it for you. Nokia had the most innovative cell phones when I was younger. Back in my days, I had Nokia 2112. You could put a small photo on its back. Oh shit, I think I remember those phones as well. Yeah. There was a period of time of cell phone development when people didn't really know what to do with this kind of technology. So cell phones were basically all sorts of shapes and forms, right? So basically there was like an interesting phase of like experimenting with the shapes of this of these cell phones, and we finally settled on just a smartphone. Yeah, I think we're kind of entering the second phase of experimentation again, because we're starting to like have the cell phones, like flexible cell phones and stuff like that. So this is like a second wave of experimentation with the forms, which is pretty good, right? So we're innovating, we're trying to come up with something new. All right, so dump binary operation. Yesu, kawaii desu. Okay, binary OP. Yeah, so here's the binary OP, and I want to be able to dump binary OP. It's all smart now. Yeah. Dump binary OP. It's actually binary OP kind of name. Yeah, this is where we're gonna put all that. Static. There we go. So might as well actually move it here. Wait, did I just remove the font? Yes, I'm an idiot. I removed the font call. So maybe I want to make a cup of tea. Maybe I do want to make a cup of tea. Does anyone have any questions or anything to say to me? Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna do it later. I definitely need to make a small break because I need to refill my water. So because of that, I'm gonna also make tea. Remote debugger with iOS, Windows work. Cool. That's nice. That's nice to hear. So I'm just gonna quickly make a cup of tea. And I'm gonna go make a small break to refill my bottle of water. And we'll see how it goes. So small. Is it 3? Let's make 3 because I'm not sure how much time it will take. Yeah, come on, bro. Alright, have fun. Yo, what's up, Kashay? How's it going? Welcome back. Let's continue. So I need to move some of this stuff to the file. So fun call arg. So this is where we defined this entire stuff. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna go back to the kitchen because I need to now pour a cup of water. So yeah. What's up? Is everything okay? Oh, you mean you're blaming Aguduk for me leaving? All right, I see. It's not his fault. Don't worry about it. It's my fault. All right, so we need to have this function dump fun call args. It's going to be located here. So parse fun call args. So where it is located? So might as well actually put it somewhere here. Right, so now we just dump fun call args. And the last thing, dump expression itself. So let's actually find the definition of expression. So there's expression kind, expression value, but where is the expression itself? Here it is. I'm gonna put it here. There we go. This is where we do that. Just take that. Let's find binary OP kind name. So I'm gonna locate it here. So here is the function that I'm using, and let me try to compile this in test app. Are you agent 47? No, I'm agent 69. Ah, dab 412. I'm sorry. So everything seems to be okay. All right. So. Okay, so it seems to be parsing correctly and everything is compiling. It seems to be okay. I mean, it is okay. Trust me. Alright, so I want to commit everything related to adding functions for dumping stuff. So this is that, and also this is that. Not that, not that, not that, but that as well. And yeah. So I'm gonna call it like this. Oh, we're in the wrong branch. God fucking damn it, mate. We're in the wrong branch. I see this community doesn't accept KEKW. It's another KEKW friend. This community is very KEKW friendly. It's just me who thinks that this emote is overused. So it's just... I think it's overused, like... it's like an original joke, that's what it feels like. So that's why I have problems with it. But yet, I have things like poggers and ayaya, which are also considered overused emotes. So, I don't know. Overused? Chat, don't overuse. Don't overuse. Every emote will be... not every emote. So, any emote with more or less, like, good meme potential will be definitely overused. Is it sodium feels, chat? Yes, it's at sodium feels. Okay, gun. Okay. I need to create a separate branch. Okay, so 192. Introduce bbox. Haha. Introduce functions to dump ASTs. Yeah. Dump ASTs, and so we have, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Amend 192, like this. Then, oh shit. Did I include? Okay. Introduce dump function to dump AST and GT token kind GT token. All right. So after that, we need to think how we're gonna support operations. How we're gonna have like a precedence of these operations. So the precedence is kind of important. Right, so to achieve the precedence, because yeah, essentially we want to be able to do shit like this. So 69, but yet I want to have plus 59, you see? So the precedence of plus should be higher than greater, because we want this expression to be evaluated first, and only then we want to check that, right? So it's quite important to do it this way. It's quite important to do it this way. Yeah, so it parsed plus, but it didn't parse the greater yet. So let's go. We do have parse sum from tokens, right? So we have parse sum from tokens. And I think we need to introduce another one, something like parse Gt from tokens. So it's going to be pretty much similar, but it's going to parse a different kind of operation. Yeah. Sum from tokens. So this is going to be assertion, false, to do, and this thing is not implemented yet. Is not implemented. All right. And how do we do all of that? How do we do all that? So if you have a lower precedence, you should be trying to, we should be trying to parse that thing first. Right, so essentially how do we call sum? Yeah, so first here's the expression from tokens, and what we should try to do, we should try to parse Gt from tokens instead of sum. Right, and in here we should have the following thing. I might as well just copy paste this entire thing. So I'm gonna have a bit of a copy paste code, but I do that to actually identify the patterns. So this is going to be Gt, count not equal kind Gt, then we parse expressions from tokens, okay. We actually parse the whole expression from tokens, I see. That makes sense. So then binary OP, binary X per kind binary OP. So I need to introduce like GT thing here. I introduce GT, and that should be it. But here, what I have to do, I have to do GT from tokens. Yeah. So this has to be a sum actually. And this has to be primary. Yes, we start with GT, then GT passes it to sum, and then sum passes it to primary. And this is how we achieve that. I think that's pretty cool. And we don't have binary OP GT. So binary OP plus, let's introduce that. So it's going to be binary OP GT. And if we try to compile that, it... Okay, so we try to do something. So what does it say here? So it's going to be binary OP GT return greater like that. And what else do we have here? So we've already tried to parse something, as you can see. Yeah, it parsed it incorrectly. You see, so the precedence of plus is actually higher. So yeah, it's kind of cool that we can see. Yeah, you can clearly see that it parsed it completely fucking incorrectly. That's actually cool. So this is a separate expression. So this will be computed first, and only then. So you can interpret it like this. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Oh, nice. You can clearly see that in this structure because at the top you have plus and so on and so forth. I wonder if we can generate graph viz files from expressions. That would be also kind of cool. Yeah, graph viz will be also kind of cool. Maybe we should try to work on that. But in any case, so it also fails in some of the places. So here is that binary OP evaluation. Yeah. So here's a binary OP evaluation, but we have not implemented that yet. So it's going to be case binary OP GT. So it's going to break, and I'm going to just put assert false binary maybe to do. Binary OP GT evaluation eval is not implemented yet, and put it like that. So this is going to be an assert, and let me see what's going to happen. Expression primary but found open parent. Huh. How did that... Excuse me. Oh shit, I know. We don't support parentheses in expressions yet, so yeah. We don't support that yet. So maybe this is something that we'll have to support a little bit, like add support for that a little bit later. So right now it just doesn't know how to parse this kind of stuff. But if you remove it, this is the parsed expression. So let me quickly add a to-do for parentheses. Primary. Okay, so to-do does not support parents. So yeah, this is something that needs to be fixed at some point. And let's actually try to do something like graph viz, right? So we do have dump expression, right? We can do something like dump expression as dot, right? And it will accept the file into which you wanna dump all of that, and it will also accept an expression. So let's try to implement it. I think it would be kind of cool just to visualize this entire thing. So dump expression. So it's gonna be here, and might as well copy paste this entire thing. I think it's gonna be kind of useful. All right, and if we encounter, well, yeah. Since it's gonna be like a very recursive thing, right? Since it's gonna be a very recursive thing, we actually need to wrap all of that into header and footer, right? If I remember correctly, so it has to be directed graph. Graph viz dgraph example, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to take a look at the dgraph because we're going to use directed graph. So, well, what the hell is this? No. Google, what the fuck? Dot file examples. Yeah, this is what I want. This is what I'm talking about. I can also specify different styles and whatnot. And I can also probably have a label. This is a label, but node A, shape record, label shape record above middle right. This one is interesting. So oh yeah, here's the label. I see, that makes sense. Since used was in schema spy. What? GraphViz is used so often in compiler development because quite often people need to dump AST and just visualize it because it's just easy to comprehend. It's actually used a lot. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have some sort of a footer first of all, header I mean, and then footer. Dgraph expr. I've never used GraphViz for compiler development, and did your compiler become popular? I'm pretty sure there's a correlation there. So you see, GCC can actually print, I think, expressions in dgraph, and it's extremely popular. So I'm joking, but so basically anything that requires like working with trees or graphs, and trees are basically special cases of graphs anyway. I'm sorry, Shia. Sorry. I'm really sorry. Like, god damn it. Like, okay, I never created anything popular either. So, and that hurts me as well. So, does it make you feel better? Because I created a lot of different shit, and none of that is really popular, right? I mean, yeah. I'm not really known for making anything useful. That's the problem, right? I'm not known for making anything useful. It's quite the opposite. I'm known for doing a lot of useless shit. And it also gets me every time, because, yeah, I want to make something useful. So... Yeah. All right. So let me see. But it's fun. It's fun for the first 5 years. Yes, I do agree with that. Okay. Okay, so expression. If we're starting to... Yeah, it all depends. So if it's going to be binding, so for different kinds of things we can just have different expressions or whatnot. Alright, dump expression as dot. Then we can say dump nodes dot dump expression as dot edges. Yeah, as dot edges, or in I think they're called arcs for dgraphs, or are they called edges? Yeah, they're called edges. Okay, as dot edges, and we're gonna provide a stream and then expression. So basically all of that is only needed for the header and footer. Hello, Arman X86, Arman X. That's a cool nickname. Hello. I have a question. Why are graphs so edgy all the time? It depends on the type of the graph. For some graphs, they're edgy. Some graphs are pretty archy, if you know what I mean. So it just depends on the kind of graph. So so I'm gonna actually steal this code. Yes, I'm stealing my own code, sue me. So here's the binding, and what I want to do here is just fprintf string. I have to come up with a unique name for the node. Shit. Fuck. God fucking damn it. I'm still like remembering. I'm still remembering the Michael Reeves video about swearing Roomba, and when it was actually voice acted by Lily Pichu. It was so fucking fun. I'm not sure how many people know what I'm talking about, but anyway. So yeah, I need to generate like a random ID, but to generate random or at least sequential IDs, I have to I need to maintain the state, if you know what I mean. I need to maintain the state. But maybe I can actually have something like an ID counter. Right, an ID counter. So it could be counter, and this could be like a pointer, and that means if I need some sort of ID generator. Wait a second. No, I cannot do that. It has to be runtime. I thought maybe I can use like a counter in here, which is a compile time thingy, but I need a runtime one. So we're gonna do a counter, and we're gonna just pass a pointer, and we're gonna use that counter for generated IDs. Nuts! Got it. I'm sorry. So this is gonna be like a node. This is gonna be D. This is the counter. And I think I'm gonna do it like that. So counter plus plus. So that gives like a new unique ID. So if it's a binding, right, we need to create a label. So it has to be like a shape. Yeah, let's actually use box for bindings. So this is gonna be like shape box. And then we have to also specify the label. Yeah, this one is going to be a label. And it's going to be equal to what? Like this. It's going to be S, actually not S, but SVFMT. And then we can do it like that. Oh shit, oh fuck. I just realized that I'm a big dummy. I'm a big dummy. Ooh. So because I forgot to do switch expression kind right here, and then close it with that. And oh, all right, that's cool. So that's what we have here. So we have a node shape. Might as well actually call it binding, and then we can just do it like this. There we go. So here's the binding. Is this man Polish? Who are you talking about, by the way? What man? You. Why are you talking to me like in third person? Are you trying to insult me? I'm sorry. So it's gonna be int a d, and what we're gonna use here? Mods, ban, permaban. So for the literals, I think we're gonna use a circle. I think, yeah. Let's actually use circle. Let's actually use circle. And what else we're gonna have here? It's gonna be a label and SVFMT. The Agent 69. Fucking damn it. The label is gonna be PRI64. And then I'm gonna do, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oof. So there's that, and then we're gonna have a float. Counter plus. So, and another counter plus as well. Hopefully I didn't make any mistake with the counter plus, otherwise it's gonna be super fucking angry, mate. LF as lead float, and seems to be okay. Oh boy. Where is my soy? So we're gonna have this D shape circle. Gonna be label equal like this, and then plus. Fuck. All right. So we're almost there. It's kind of difficult, but we're almost there. We're almost there. So it's gonna be also string D, string D shape. It's also gonna be circle, label. I think I did a fucky wacky right here. Okay, so that explains it. So and then we'll have to do counter plus. Ooh. All right, so the simplest things are done. Now we're getting to the most difficult ones. So most difficult ones is actually the binary OP shit, right? The binary OP shit. Because it's quite unclear how the fuck are we supposed to do that. Well, so the binary, oh yeah, so I think dump expression as dot edges should also return the ID Oh yeah, since we're using them like that, right? So I think it has to be not really a binding, but node. Let's call it expression. 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 Oh yeah. So there we go. So I think when you dump this thing as edges, you also should get the ID of the expression. So which means we have to rearrange this entire stuff slightly. So are you Polish? Am I? I don't really know. Have you even bothered to look at the links below the chat? Have you even bothered to click on any of them? Like, we have a huge FAQ. I also have different profiles in social networks. Have you bothered to do any of this shit, or you're just lazy? You just want to waste my time. I see how it is. I see how it is. Alright, so yes, no, I'm lazy. Oh, okay, so that means I can safely ignore you. Welcome to the stream, buddy. We're all lazy here, don't worry about it. Okay, so after that I can just return ID, and yeah. Those pretty pictures are links? I know, right? Unbelievable, mate. Okay, good. So, and yeah, so basically we're not only generating the sequence, we also return the ID of the root of that expression, right? So, yeah, because that will be useful for connecting them together. That will be extremely useful for connecting them together. So let me quickly do that. I wonder if I can, like, use a little bit of a macro magic. Hopefully, just a little bit of a macro magic. Would be kind of cool, not gonna lie. Let me show you what I mean by a little bit of a macro magic. A boom boom. Oh, shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. God fucking damn it. I'm gonna take that, put ID in here, then go here, and then we're gonna introduce another int ID in here like that. Then after that we're gonna do like this, and we're gonna just return ID. And we're not gonna format that, because we can just do it, and everything is formatted for us automatically. We don't have to worry about that. Don't even fucking worry about that, bro. Cool. Now, so here is the interesting thing. For the binary OP, maybe I'm gonna also save the ID, and it kind of alludes to the fact that maybe we need to put int ID outside of the switch, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So here we're gonna have an expression D, and it's going to have a different shape. I think it's gonna have a diamond shape. Diamond. You just watched the Roomba video. Did you like it? It's kind of funny, but not that funny. It's kind of easy. I specifically like the beat with Lily Pichu. So, because her voice just fucking perfect. I don't really remember anything about that video except that moment with Lily Pichu. I don't know why, because you just don't expect like swear words because of that voice. So to be fair, on general, Michael Reese videos are pretty dark, right? They have a pretty dark humor, like generally, but some specific bits are funny. Oh yeah, her voice is actually very special. All right. So yeah. So shape diamonds and then label. So, and in here we're going to have the name of this thing. What's the name of this thing? Did he make any new videos recently? I remember the last video I watched was about surgery robot, and since then I don't remember he made any more. Probably more. Oh, there was also some promotion shit, and yeah, I don't remember. Judging by his videos, they probably take shit ton of time to make. Holy fuck. Yeah. One of the reasons why I stream instead of making videos is because I get instant feedback from what I make. And how is he able to, like, just keep working on something without any feedback? Like, just, yeah, cooking video for like half of a year, right? Making some big shit and then releasing it, like, it's, I don't know. Yeah, promotion for the boys, yes. It was kind of meh. But I mean, it was a sponsor video, so he has to pay his bills, so it's understandable. I don't think he cares. Probably, maybe that's his secret. He just doesn't give a shit about feedback. He's just doing what he likes. I wish I could be like that, actually. Unfortunately, I'm not like that. And then he got addicted to modded Minecraft. Ah, I see. Alright, so we need to do binary OP kind name, and just need to take as binary OP kind. So, and we just created like a new thingy there. So that created this node. He was working on some stuff on his stream. I don't know if that's going to become video. Oh yeah, he was working on the Peace Cup. Yeah, I remember that. But that project was specifically for Twitch anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be on YouTube. So yeah, that project basically, so yeah, it's not interesting outside of Twitch. So it's probably a purely Twitch project. So I created this stuff. Peace Cup, yeah. It's pretty cool. I remember he was also planning to actually collect the data about different stats, like how many liters he pieced like during the stream and stuff like that, and he wanted to collect data like over a long period of time and then do data science on that data. So maybe that could be turned into a video, so why not? I don't know. Anyway, by the way, is the mobile phone too loud? So let me actually quickly put it off. Okay, just in case, because it sometimes starts to do weird stuff. Left ID. I remember he talking about giving a Peace Cup to each offline TV member and keeping the leaderboard for the points. Oh shit! For fuck's sake! Ah! Holy shit! Where did he get all these ideas? Ah! For fuck's sake! Ah! Fucking peace competition. Anyway. So then we need to do it like that. Expose.edges. Ah. Or he just listened to Twitch chat in the first mistake of every stream. Yeah. It's a nice idea. Whew. Okay, so here is the thing. Here is this thing. What do we have against color schemes? Nothing. As a matter of fact, I'm using color scheme right now. As you can see, yeah. So this is green, this is white. So it's a color scheme. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's actually put some edges there. So it's going to print F, new stream, and it's gonna be expression D to expression D, like this. Do we have to put semicolons at the end? No, I don't have to put semicolons. Nice. So and it's gonna be ID, left ID, and the same thing goes for the right ID. Now listen me, good idea, kernel in PHP. So essentially, to implement kernel in PHP, I see two ways to do that. Is to basically take PHP interpreter and put it into the kernel, right? And implement the logic in PHP and let the kernel just interpret this entire shit. So this is the first approach, which is probably kind of dumb and extremely slow, but it may work. The second approach is to take some sort of a PHP compiler to native code, and but that wouldn't be like a proper, like authentic PHP experience, because I'm pretty sure all of the PHP compilers compile a very specific subset of PHP, don't they? Or maybe some PHP compilers actually compile to a bytecode, and then they have an interpreter built into the executable that they generate. So, I don't know. So from the technical point of view, it's not that interesting. But from the meme point of view, it is kind of cool. Yeah, I can see that. So you can just make the normies, wow, is this such a cool hacker? He managed to make a kernel in PHP. Oh, dab. So from that point of view, maybe it's interesting. But from the technical, it doesn't sound that interesting. So, are you familiar with QEMA? No, I never heard about QEMA. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. So. But maybe it is. Okay, I'll think about it on both. It's actually a pretty interesting idea. Just for the content, right? For the content. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Fun call. So this is a diamond. Do we have any other shapes? So maybe. Wait, actually, why not? I mean, so function calls. Function calls are gonna be very special. I'm ruining the stream. First JS, now PHP. To be fair, with JS, I wanted to program a game in JS using HTML5 canvas for quite some time already. But maybe your influence actually finally pushed me to do the stream. Yeah, maybe, yeah. So. Because the cool thing about JS game is that it's super easy to share it with everyone, right? So you write it and you can instantly share it, and nobody has to install any weird software, any weird stuff. They don't have to do anything. They just have to open your URL in the browser. It's kind of limited in what you can do in terms of the game, but the fact that you can instantly share it and distribute is just fucking insane. And this is one of the reasons why web became so popular. Right, because it makes the distribution of your software super easy. And yeah. So, but at the same time, the cost is that you're limited in what you can do. But yeah. And that's why people are starting to come up with different shortcuts by like bringing more speed to the web by introducing WebAssembly. Then they're making like a shortcut for GPU, so they're introducing WebGL and so on and so forth. Is it limited though? Unreal Engine can target WebGL. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So every time you want to like change this limit, you have to go to a W3 committee and ask them to create a shortcut for you. Like every time you need to like access the hardware down below, you always have to make a shortcut and shortcut through the long process of standardization and so on and so forth. So yeah, and what's interesting is that not everybody can easily create that shortcut. Only like big companies like Google or Microsoft can just, you know, pour a lot of money and just create that shortcut specifically for them or for somebody else or something like that. So it's just, yeah, but only if you're lucky enough that for your specific case, some big company created a shortcut so you can actually use that shortcut. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird situation. Most of the time, who does that is Mozilla. Probably. Something like WebRTC was created, I think, by Google and was pushed by Google, was it not? Has it called WebRTC or RTS? I don't remember. Is a free open source project providing web browsers and mobile application in real time. Yeah, yeah. And I think it was created by Google, was it not? Original authors. Google? Yeah. So yeah, all these technologies like WebRTC, WebGL, WebGPU, WebAssembly, and so on and so forth, they're essentially shortcuts, like to enable more things in the web. But can you create those shortcuts indefinitely? Like you have to constantly create them for new hardware to come. I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea. It's hard to tell. Okay, so what I need to do here is I need to introduce the function call. So we have a function call in here. So here's an ID, and function call has svfmt. Expression value as fun call, and this is going to be a name, and then going to be svarg. Okay, what's up, Odna? Welcome back. So, and the thing I'm gonna do now, I want to iterate through the fun call args. So it's going to be arg, and yeah, it's going to be something like expr value as fun call args. Okay, so then while arg is not null, I'm going to do arg equal arg next, and yeah, so it's going to be like that. Cool. That's a pretty cool idea, actually, to indent it slightly so there is a difference between body and everything else. Okay. So now I need to dump expression as dot edges, right? But I have to use the arg value. Okay, so arg value. So, and that will create the child ID. And now we need to create this entire thing. Thank you, Odd9, for reminding me about this. So child ID. Okay, so and after that we can return ID. I think that's how we're gonna do that. So, and because we ended up with the repeating parts in all of the branches, I think I'm going to move this thing here and then move this thing here. Thank you, Jiang. But I'm not even parsing anything yet, come on. I haven't even started. So I need to remove that, So parsing is an unsolved problem of computer science. It is what it is, and it is what it is. Yes. Alright. So what we're trying to do here, we're just trying to generate the dot files for the expressions. Cool. Let me see if we're gonna succeed in that. It doesn't even compile. So yeah, it has to be static. So what else do we have? Oh yeah, so I forgot to provide the stream in here. And I think I need to dereference these things, otherwise it's not gonna work properly. Do invalid. Oh yeah, it's already dereferenced for us. It's already dereferenced. And this entire thing, too few arguments. Oh yeah, you have to provide the counter. You have to provide the counter, otherwise it's not gonna properly work. Yeah. So then it's gonna be stream and the counter. Alrighty, cool. So this is what I'm talking about. Now, instead of dumping it, I can dump expression as dot. And I think that's gonna be it. I do think so. Yeah. Look at what we've got. So, do we have online renders? Graph viz online. Oh my god, why can't I just copy paste this shite? Syntax at line. I see. So why do I have double there? Let me quickly fix that. Yeah, I actually accidentally created a double there. Graph, and we'll just go down, and then I'm gonna copy paste it one more time. Syntax 3. Another one. Did I copy paste? Yeah, I copy pasted a mistake. Classic Zozin, am I right? Graph, then 16 down. Then I'm gonna put it like that. Are you gonna show me the thing, please? Yes. Would you look at that? So we managed to parse this expression, but it's parsed completely incorrectly, as you can see. So yeah. So we parsed this as this. So you see, like greater has a higher precedence than plus. So in fact, it's actually interpreted like this. So you can clearly see that from AST. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie. And that's what we need to fix here, I think. That's what we need to fix here. Parsing is, yeah. Not solve problem. Yeah, we haven't solved it yet, alright? So we haven't solved it. Alright, so this is a pretty useful function. I think I'm gonna keep it. Let me see what we've got. So yeah, I'm gonna introduce it like that. So I'm gonna add this thing. And then this. I guess that's it. So this is what we introduce here. Yeah. So dump expression as dot. 94. Implement this shit. Yeah, just implement this shit. And there we go. I'm gonna push that right into the repo. Gets clear. Okay. Cool. Now. So let me see. Parse expression from tokens. So this is where we usually start. This is the starting point. So the next thing we're trying to parse, we're trying to parse GT, right? So we're trying to parse GT. So inside of GT, we're trying to parse. Yeah, we're trying to parse the sum. We're trying to parse the sum. Inside of the sum, we're trying to parse the primary expression, which does make sense. Okay. Sum. And then we keep using that, but I'm not sure how good of an idea this is. So I suppose what I have to do in here, I have to keep using. Well, yeah, I have to actually turn it into like arrays, like iteration, right? So the next one, so it has to be not really right, but it has to be right. It has to be right. And then we have to build upon that, because if we have a bunch of these things, like A, B greater than C, how do we parse them? I guess we can do it like in the left SSH way, so it's gonna be then first that, then that, And then if we go any further, we're going to be doing that because we're iterating it from the right, and yeah, that makes sense. Since we're not particularly using recursion, but maybe we could use recursion here. Actually, why don't I use recursion here literally? Like I can do expression, actually GT from tokens, right? And it's going to just repeat itself, GT from tokens. Yeah, so don't quite understand. So that should work. I don't see any problems with that. Yeah. So that's basically what we need here. So then we just parse the next GT there. So yeah, I know that it's kind of dumb. In the future, I'm going to introduce like a precedence table. Essentially, so we're going to have a kind of an operator and then their precedence, and then we're going to use that table to actually generate the recursion. And once this kind of stuff becomes slower, I'm going to try to turn it into the precedence climbing. So yeah, for now it's going to be very dumb and very recursive. So I'm not trying to do anything super fancy. Okay, so in case of a sum, we're gonna just do sum from tokens. That's why we have duplication here, but it should be okay. Okay. Expected primary expression, but found open parent. Oh shit. Okay. Expected primary expression. So. Nah. So what if I put expression here? Just an expression. It would be kind of nice if it told me where, but we only have open parent. Oh shit, I see. We just don't support that yet. Alright. God damn it, got debated by my own code. Alright, so this is the sum, and this is also going to become the sum. So we just don't have that support yet. We're going to add that a little bit later. Alright, so this is what we got. And I'm going to do 16. Yeah. And let's see what's gonna happen. Now we're talking, I suppose. I guess that's what I want. So I just downloaded the shit. Yeah. So first you calculate the function, then you add 14, and only then you compare it to 69, and that corresponds beautifully to this kind of expression. Yeah, I think it worked. So that's pretty cool. I wonder how it's gonna work if you have like several of them. Right, is it gonna work properly? Let's see. Dgraph 18. Oh, right. So yeah. Would you look at that? It worked beautifully. Yeah, so it's actually like a right associative, right? So first it computes them from right to left because it's just easier to do in a recursive way, but it still you know, maintains the correct precedence. All right, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, so I'm super happy with it. Okay, so let me try to commit whatever we have in here. How does it behave in case of a plus b? Sure, let's take a look at it. Oh shit. A plus b plus c should behave correctly. I cannot copy paste properly because compilation mode doesn't really work correctly. Okay. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Alrighty. So can I actually point out how just recompile everything and regenerating this entire thing is just faster than rendering it over the web? It should be like probably easier to render that. How to say that? Holy shit. Locally. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna render it locally at some point. But I need to set up like a proper build command, build subcommand. Know something about databases and distributed system? No. I don't know anything about databases and distributed systems. I only know about local systems that work on a single core. Alright, so maybe I'm gonna introduce like a new command in here. So here's the commands. Here are the commands. And I kind of wanna... Yeah, let's actually create a pretty interesting tool. Yeah, I have a pretty cool idea for a tool. Export to dot. Yes, this is actually fucking perfect. So this specific tool will convert your expression that you provide, I don't know, over command line arguments or maybe over standard input to the dot file that you can then render. I think it's a pretty cool idea. So let's quickly implement that, because I keep doing that over and over again. So that means I probably have to implement that. Implementation, VM implementation, and so it's gonna be something like what's that? VM.h, right? So this is what we try to include here, and it's gonna be main. Alright, so where are we gonna accept this entire shit? That's a good question. So let's actually accept it via command line arguments, because that's probably gonna be useful. But the problem with command line arguments is that you have to escape that over shell sometimes if you want to use something special. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about like parsing by chunks. Right, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that over command line arguments. So if argc is less than 2, we're gonna print some sort of a usage. Std error. Error. Expression is not provided. And it's gonna be exit 1. And another thing we want to do, we want to say usage. So expr to dot expression. So this is what we're going to do here. So then what we're going to do, we're going to go to BM, parse expression from SV. We're going to use this entire thing. This entire thing will return an expression for us. And we need an arena, so let's allocate an arena. Arena is going to be 0 initialized. Then we have to take the source, and the source is going to be essentially SV from sister. SV from sister. Yeah, I forgot to do that. argv1 and file allocation. Let's provide the fake file allocation for now. File location, and we're gonna say something like to do export to dot does not have a proper location reporting on errors. Right, so we've got an expression, and the next thing we want to do, we want to dump it as dump expression as dot. Right, and we're gonna for now dump it to std out. To be fair, I might as well actually inline it, because why not? Let's quickly inline it, because maybe that's gonna be a little bit better. And yep, there we go. Cool. Dump expression is dot, parse expression, and so on and so forth. And after that, it makes sense to free the arena like this. Cool. So free the arena. Now I need to add this tool to the build script. Tool chain. So we're gonna introduce the following thing: export to dot, and let's try to build everything there. Build C. Okay. Did we manage to build that? And it seems to be built. All right. So I mean, it's kind of incorrect. So did we F? I didn't notice how we F'd. Oh my god. Hello, welcome back. I was so consumed by implementing this thingy that I'm sorry. What I did actually, I implemented export to dot. Right now I can provide an expression there, like a plus b plus c, and it generates a d graph for me, which I can probably put into dot tpng, and holy shit, it's so bad. And then it's gonna be something like test png, and I can view it like this. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So, is it possible to stream PNG into Fech? It's fucking possible. Wait a second. Is it? That's pretty strange. Like, what the fuck? Can I actually do that shit? So if I do something like a len test. No, it doesn't work. It just picks up some random stuff. So what if I remove test PNG? But yeah, so the thing here is pretty cool. So now you can, Fech read from std in. Is it possible to do something like that? Is that mean from extended input? Display program. Oh, really? Holy shit! You can do that. The fuck? The fuck is this? How does it work? I don't understand how this shit works. Huh? What the fuck is this program? This is so horrible. Okay. So, yeah, maybe... Yeah, this is really bad. Very horrible program. Scale? Yeah. Can I actually use SVG instead? Because SVG can scale and shit, I think. Yeah. So it's gonna test SVG. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do that. Right, so... Which is okay, I suppose. One of the things we can do now is change expressions like this, like A, B, C, right, and then go here and refresh, and change them like this, and yeah, I think it's a pretty reasonable solution. Yeah, I think it's a pretty reasonable solution. So basically generate SVG from this entire thing, generate SVG, and then open it in a browser, because in browser you can scale SVG, and SVG actually scales quite well. Fech minus F, I don't know what it is, I already found a better solution. So, okay, what if I have 420 in here? Will it properly work? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So what if I also add, like, +3, right, does it properly? Okay, that seems to be according to the precedence, right, the precedence of plus is actually bigger. So yeah, that's exactly what is computed first. We can actually make them arbitrarily more sophisticated, right? So, and everything seems to be parsing correctly. That's pretty cool. I really like this tool. So I definitely need to document how to use this entire stuff. Yeah. So, and all of these expressions are will be possible to use inside of the functions. By the way, what if we have like nested functions? Like if you have f over a, then g over b, then k over c. So that should also, yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. So with the diamond, we indicate the function, right? So function arguments here are another functions that have arguments a, b, and c. So we also can have nested functions. Yeah. Wow. We can go even further. We can have sum between them. I'm pretty sure we should be able to have sum between them. Yeah, here's the sum. Naizu, naizu, naizu. Yezu, 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 yezu. Kawai desu. So, yeah, I need to remove that. And because of that, now testing new expressions is going to be super fucking easy, because I used to create this like tool all the time that just takes some particular expression, tries to parse it and then dump it. Now I don't have to do that. Now I just have this tool that turns the expression into a dot, and I can easily test that. Why you are drinking from water bottle directly when you are at home? How those things are related to each other? You have some sort of like cultural implications that I'm not aware of, and for me these two things are not related to each other. Alrighty. Oh shit, and we lost viewers because of the F. Imagine he's talking about plastic. How do you guys get this implicit knowledge about what people say? Like, how, for me, drinking from a bottle and being at home are not related, and somehow for another person, it means something about the plastic. What kind of context you are in that I'm not in and I cannot understand you? How is this related to anything? What? How you can communicate with each other? It's just so strange. At home you usually use glass vase. Like, I'm at home, I can do whatever the fuck I want. The argument being... Okay. Communicating through stereotypes. Yeah, so basically what I see is going on is that people are coming from a different culture, right? And for them, there is very specific little things that are common and uncommon for their specific culture, and they don't even think about that. They accept these kind of things as like an implicit knowledge, right? So for them, it's like natural, right? So it's like waving your hands when you speak, right? Because this is what we do, and it's so embedded into like day-to-day life that they cannot even isolate themselves from this thing. They don't even think it's part of their culture. They think that's how the thing are, right? So yeah, and I'm coming from a different culture, and yeah. So okay, so let's make a small break and you guys have fun. I went out for 2 minutes and you're already fighting. Yes, have fun. What's up, chat? Is everything okay? Do we need to ban anyone? Music. Just a second. Music is this, I guess. Ban me. Okay, sure. I can ban you if you want me to. There we go. You happy now? Okay, and I can ban you too as well. Sure. There we go. Hope you happy. So, Naizu, I need to do more committees. Furthermore, I need to add documentation for this tool. Right. Oh shit. Okay. So export to dot. So we implemented this pretty cool thing. Accepts bosom expression as a command line argument, and dumps its AST as a dot file, right? And then we can actually specify what is a dot file. This is not what I meant. Graph with. Maybe it's not dot file, but dot format, right? Dot language. This is a very strange thing to provide, but I guess we can. So there's a little bit of a BNF. I guess. It's AST in dot format. There we go. So this is basically what we have. So we can also demonstrate an example, right? Console. So essentially what you do, it's an expression to dot that you can render later with okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you, Nabad. So expression to dot. So we can do something like this. It's going to be FA plus GB plus 69 greater than 420. So something like this. You can put it like this, and then you can redirect it to T SVG, and then redirect it to AST SVG. Afterwards, you can open it in a browser. I explore XZ AST SVG, right? Hello, Antevia. Hope I pronounced your nickname correctly. Please speak English because it's an English-speaking stream, so a lot of people won't understand you if you speak Russian. I'm sorry. All right. So this is essentially how you do that, and it would be nice to actually document what is a bosom expression, right? So bosom translation time expression. So, and the way we can do that, chat speak only in Portuguese. Alrighty, so we're gonna have docs, and maybe we also need to document this kind of thing. So it's gonna be assembly MD, and I wonder if it's gonna work. So docs assembly. Translation directives. We have translation directives. So we can introduce translation time expressions. Translation time expressions. So this is what we're gonna have here. Translation time expressions. Cool. So hopefully that will really accept bosom translation time expression as a command line argument and dumps its AST in dot format that you can render with graph with, not with, oh my god, later. Okay, so this is how we do that. So I think it's a pretty good, you know, explanation on how to work with that. So essentially, if Tsoding tries to translate that we won Zulu, is that what it is? If it says that, if Tsoding tries to translate that we won Zulu, basically, roughly, I won. Let's actually see. Yeah, sure. Portuguese. Do you understand us? Anyway, we won. Yes, I won. Hahaha. We won, I won. I won because I predicted that. And chat lost. Haha. I won. Alright. So docs assembly. So this one is going to be done, and it's probably going to be documented a little bit later. I didn't even play. And then I said, oh, roughly like that or something. So it covers that. It covers that. I won. Don't deny that. All right. So we have that. So we need to introduce the. Yeah. So there's gonna be that. There's gonna be that. There's gonna be that. 192 introduce export to dot utility to the toolchain. So that's a pretty cool utility that we can use now. So another thing we introduced is introduce GT expression. All right. Introduce this binary operation to the bosom translation time expression. Maybe I should call them BTE, bosom translation time expressions. Yeah, so we're gonna actually push that. All right. So as you can see, I'm slowly documenting things. Yeah. Cool. So, and now we need to interpret that. So binary OPGT eval is not implemented. This is basically what we need to do here. Yes. So we might as well actually always evaluate left and right part regardless of the expression, right? So, and if it's greater, we just do the following thing. It's going to be word U64 left as U64 greater than right as U64, and there we go. Here's the whole implementation. So it would be kind of cool to have like Boolean types, but I'm not sure if we're going to introduce them at some point. Compile time sum, compile time comparison does not. Well, I mean, it's kind of too early to introduce such to-dos. it's kind of too early to introduce such to-dos. Maybe later it's gonna be more clear what the fuck is going on. All right. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. So the compilation of the whole tool chain starts to take a lot of time. It will be kind of cool to basically do them in parallel, or at least not rebuild the ones that are not modified. So yeah, we'll have to add that capability to no build at some point. We'll have to add that there. Or maybe add a capability to rebuild very specific tool chains. Could be also a thing. Anyway, so we have that, and now what I want to do actually, bm example hello, and I want to enable this. Oh shit, we also never actually introduced assertion. Yeah, we never actually introduced assertion. So we'll have to introduce that. So docs assembly. So we have compile time expression, translation time expressions. So yeah, let's actually put TBD in here. All right, so let's go implement that. So I'm gonna enable this entire thing, and what we're gonna do here, we're gonna just recompile everything, then we're gonna compile the examples, and that should be it. Chat is dead again? Why chat is dead again? Are you guys okay? Okay, so this is where it fails. So there is no preprocessor directive assert. So let's actually introduce that. Let's introduce that. This one is going to be interesting because we have to postpone. The execution of the asserts because not all of the labels and expressions are known yet. All right, so this is basically what we'll have to do. So let's go ahead and introduce that. So in the BASM context, right, in the BASM we have deferred operands, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here are deferred operands. So, and we need to introduce deferred assert. Deferred asserts. So this one is going to be deferred asserts capacity. And it's kind of similar to deferred operands, but it's basically deferred asserts. So, and deferred assert is just basically a single expression, right? It's simply a single expression. So it's going to be struct deferred assert, and it's going to be just an expression, Cool. Yes, and now we need to handle the operand. So it's going to be const. Yeah, there we go. Another one is going to be if, like this. So if the directive that we're trying to translate is assert, right? If it is assert, what we need to do here, we need to take the line, right? We need to take the line, trim it just in case, and try to parse it as an expression, right? So it's going to be expr assert expression. Maybe let's just call it just expression. So BASM, was it like parse expression from SV? Yes, it was a parse expression from SV, and I want to parse it from the line directly. So, and I think this entire thing also accepts the arena. Yeah, it accepts the arena. Arena is available in BASM, right? It's available in BASM, and we also have allocation. Cool. Here's an expression. But now we need to, instead of evaluating it, like we're not trying to evaluate it, what we're trying to do here is deferred, right? So it's going to be BASM deferred asserts. Does it not work? Yeah, deferred asserts, and it's gonna be like this, right? So plus plus. deferred assert, and it should have just a single expression, right? And we might as well, yeah, put this expression here. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So that's how we do that. So we encounter assert, and oh shit, we also need to remember where exactly the assert has happened. So it also should have a location, because later we need to report that appropriately. So that means in the deferred assert, we need to have a file location. File location, cool. So let's see if it compiles. Basm deferred asserts capacity, basm deferred, yeah, it's gonna be like that, it's gonna define 1024. Okay, so asserts size, okay. All right, it seems to be compiling. And now it's passing, right? Now everything is passing. So, but it doesn't really interpret the asserts themselves. So here's the main thing here. If I try to do something like this, it should fail. It should definitely fail. It should fail like compilation completely. But it didn't, because we don't interpret these asserts. So let's go ahead and do that. So on a second pass, we go through deferred operands, then resolving deferred entry point, and we also need to evaluate deferred asserts. Eval deferred asserts. So that's exactly what we do. We start iterating over them. So it's going to be basm deferred asserts size plus I. All right, and basm deferred asserts I. We take an expression, right? We take an expression, and this is the time when we want to evaluate that. So we do basm. I forgot how to do that. So basm eval expression. Expression eval. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so this is what we want to do here. Right, so it's going to return a value, some sort of a value. So we provide the basm, then we provide the expression, the deferred expression. And then also the location of that expression. So the location, cool. And now, here's the thing. If value as U64, we're gonna try to interpret it as a boolean. If it's not true, we have to report an error. So it's gonna be fprintf, std error, fl fmt, error, assertion failed. So, and we also want to say what exactly failed, but we provide the place where it's failed, so maybe it doesn't really matter that much. So it's going to be basm deferred assertion I location. It would be kind of cool to print that assertion, but you can always just jump there yourself. So yeah, there we go. And that's what we do here. So we just evaluated the assertions. Why did it try to... Okay. Okay, let's try to recompile this into... Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. One mistake and you've mistaken. Yeah, it has to be fail arg. Okay, is it gonna work now? It seems to be working. It seems to be working. Assertion. Assertion. I forgot the new line. Okay. Okay. So this assertion failed. So the length of hello has to be greater than 0, and that prevents you from compiling this entire thing. So we also have, yeah. So isn't that cool? I think it's pretty cool. So then if you put something in there, it will not fail. Right, so basically, yeah. To be fair, maybe we don't have to rebuild the whole toolchain, we can just rebuild examples. Yeah, so we can just rebuild examples. So as you can see, assertion has failed, and if you add something there, it does not fail. Does anyone care about what I just did? I fucking implemented assertions. Okay, nobody cares, I see. Anyways, on top of that, we need to run the tests. Okay, test seems to be passing. Cool. Well, maybe I should stop streaming then. What's the point? Nobody's watching the documentation, nobody's caring about what I'm implementing. What's the point of fucking streaming? Alright. So, translation directives. Okay, so here's the to-do. Running and recording test is not documented. So this is alright. So accept translation time expression and fails the whole translation if it evaluates to false. So bosom const hello world assert hello fail if the length of if hello is an empty string. So this is basically what we have here. So we also do accept. That is translation time expression, TTE. So yeah, I think we should abbreviate it to TTE, translation time expression. So TTE. To accept TTE. I don't even know. Yeah, it would be actually better to not invalidate. Markdown is so bad for, you know, this kind of stuff because you change the title and it invalidates everything. Accept TTE. Okay. So readme. So it would be kind of cool to have like a list of abbreviations. But maybe every time you refer to this kind of abbreviations, you can always just point at the explanation. So translation time expression, yeah. So accepts bosom accepts bosom TTE as a command line argument and dumps its IST in dot format. Okay, so it seems to be OKEG. What are you asking? It was asking something from me. Okay, so evaluate that. So here's the example. Okay, so we updated the example. We'll put that. Okay, let's take a look at to-dos that we have. So running and compiling, yeah, we don't really have to-dos for documentation, yes, because it doesn't really matter. Primary from token does not support parents, so this has to be also be done. Alright, so I need to evaluate asserts. Well, let's put it this way: check asserts at compile time. Let's push that. All right. Let's create a pull request. Let's create a pull request. Implement assert directive. The clause 192. I want to take a look at the reach view. So here is the README. It's kind of unclear if it will be possible to. Well, it redirected somewhere, which is good. So the only way we'll be able to know if it worked or no is after merging everything. So. Okay, something's failing on Microsoft Visual Studio. Yeah, classic, okay. 2787. So it has to be exit 1. Fix MS recipient. So at least formatting seems to be working, which is nice. So I'll have to double check the documentation. So we have export to dot. Dot format, blah blah blah. Translation time expression. So I guess I'm gonna snitch up the to-dos. Report append body. Just in 97. Okay. We have proper location. Yes, it's true. It's true. Did I push them? But yes, I did push them. I really want to merge it because I need to check whether links works, because it's kind of important. Come on, macOS. Just need to check the links. So here's that expression, that. If I click here, is it? Okay, so it actually redirects here, and hopefully it automatically jumps there. Yeah, translation time expression seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna be slowly documenting everything as we go. So every time I implement a feature, I'm gonna also be updating documentation about what we have there. So we introduce export to dot, and we also provided like a simple documentation on how to use this, right? So you provide an expression and you can generate a dot file and whatnot. So yeah, cool. That's it for today. Thanks everyone who's watching right now. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have Advent of Code. We're gonna program in Haskell. Check out the schedule for more information on different projects we're working on. Check out the VODs channel where we upload the videos, and check out our Discord server for offline discussion with the community. That's it for the day. Thank you all. Love you all. Mwah.